Hello Cancer, this is Olivia from Dawes Tarot. I'm here to do your weekly reading for July the 6th through the 11th. I did pull out an oracle card from the Soul's Journey deck and you got the indecision. This card has been, and I shuffle and cut the deck every time I start a new reading. So a lot of people are getting this. A lot. If you want to look at some of the videos I've done recently for the month of July, you'll see, even if you just look at the first part of the video, because I usually post it up like I'm doing for you, you wouldn't believe how many times you'll see this card. It is amazing. And I can't believe so many people are so indecisive. But it says, I use my intuition in all aspects of life. And you know what? It could be the major theme is to use your intuition. Because you know, with the way the world is right now, we need to depend on us with inside instead of listening to the news. And you know what? That could be the divine kicking in for all of us. Don't just listen to what they're saying on the news. Listen to what's inside of you, because we have more information than you can even imagine if you have never tapped into that. And you can always Google it somewhere, or not Google it, but you can always search it on YouTube somewhere to find out how to get in contact with that, because it is probably, I never thought about it till just now, it's got something to do with the way the world is right now, that we need to tap into our intuition and not expect everything we hear on the news to be fed to us and we just gobble it all up and believe it. No. Just be aware of that. And that's just me speaking. That does not mean you have to listen. Okay? I'm sorry if I rambled on, but I get a little frustrated with it. Okay, so let's go ahead and dig in with the tarot reading and see what we have in store for Cancer. Cancer is the Chariot in the tarot reading. The Chariot. Ooh. Oh. It was a flipper. I had to take it. So we have the Tower in reverse. Now that can be one of two things. Either it's going to be a really horrific tower moment that's going to come out of the blue. It's going to throw your whole world out of whack. Or there could be some kind of some way that you can avert these by doing something before it happens. Because remember, this is July the 6th through the 11th. So there's always the chance if you avert it, that means it won't happen, or it'll happen so lightly that you probably won't even notice it. Just be aware of that. Well, let's go ahead and get the other cards for you, Cancer. What do we have for you? Oh, the Fool has been coming out a lot too. All right. And the Six of Swords. All right, and then let's look at it's going to either be your person or your situation. The Two of Wands. Oh, the Two of Cups. Notice how my voice changes. I love these. And the Nine of Wands. Oh my goodness, yeah. There's still a lot of these cards I haven't seen yet. I've only had it for a couple of weeks, but I don't use it every reading. Anyway, the Page of Pentacles. This talks about a new beginning, perhaps a new offer in a job opportunity, perhaps, or maybe you're inheriting some money, or perhaps you're getting a severance pay if you're leaving a job. Anything like that. Unexpected money. Unexpected. Okay, let's go ahead and, well, for the Tower moment, remember I told you can't avert that if you do whatever is required so it doesn't happen. And that could be something I'm not aware of, something that's happened to you like within the first week of July maybe. And then there's, somebody's going to take a leap of faith. I don't really, until I do more clarifying here, somebody looks like they're ready to move on to to a different place, to a better place, to some place where it's more in sync with them. And then your person has the Two of Wands, which could be a crossroads. Sometimes I call it my, when people are going through midlife crisis, especially men, but that don't have to be, anybody can go through a midlife crisis. But it could be that they're at the point where they're done with work and now they need to determine, okay, I've done all this all my life. Now what am I going to do with this wand? Looks like there's a path shining the way. Wouldn't that be nice if that just happened to all of us? And then the Two of Cups, of course. This talks about a romantic connection of some sort. It can also represent a partnership in a business as well. And then with the Nine of Wands, this talks about somebody that's been clearing their old baggage out of their psyche. Because at this point in our lives right now, with everything that's going on in the world, there comes a time where we need to let go of all that, I call it BS, let it go. Acknowledge it, shine the light on it, admit that you learned your lesson from it, and then blow it away. Let it go. Because the reason why I'm saying to clear that out and let that go, it does also stand for perseverance, which means you've got that let's go, let's get it done. It's got that kind of energy, but you can have that without all the baggage in your psyche, is what I'm saying. Okay, let's go ahead and clarify that Tower in reverse. Ooh, let's see. It could be good. It could just be a wake-up call too, in a different kind of sense besides the Judgment card. It could be say, hey, look, this isn't working here. It's time to move on. That's what I'm feeling. Well, somebody's not confused anymore. And they're not choosing, they don't need options. They're content. I can't say that they're content. But it's like the end of an illusion. They see things for as they are. And the World in reverse. If they cannot admit that they have a lesson here that has been learned, if they're not seeing that there's a lesson here, and when this reverse comes out that says there's a lesson here that's not done, there's some kind of cycle that's not finished. What that tells me is that there's some kind of previous stuff prior to what we're seeing here that somebody didn't learn the lesson from it. Because in reality, we're all put on earth to learn lessons, and then you learn that lesson, acknowledge it, send it back up to the divine and let him deal with it, and then go forward. Somebody's stuck. Somebody didn't learn a lesson. Either that or they don't know yet what the lesson is. It could be too early. Because that Tower moment's going to be there until there's a lesson learned. If it doesn't get learned soon, and it will blow. The Fool in the upright. Somebody's taking a leap of faith. They're first going to take a time out. Rest, heal, clear their mind of all kind of stuff prior that we don't know about. And we have the Six of Swords again, the same as here. So after a time out, resting, healing, somebody's going to want to still take that leap of faith and head out somewhere where it's a better place. Somebody could literally be moving to another home, another state, another country. It can be anything. So now let's clarify the Six of Swords down here. They could be going someplace or escaping from someplace. Well, there is going to be an Ace of Pentacles here. There's a new beginning for somebody. The divine is giving someone a new opportunity. And it could be a new home, a new piece of property. It could be, you know, anything that's tangible. Money, cars, anything. Oh, that's nice. It's a home. Oh my gosh. The Ten of Pentacles talks about a home with a family, children, pets, grandpapa, all that good stuff. That's beautiful. So they're headed back home. It could be that they're going home. Whatever that means to you, Cancer. Or cross watchers too. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, I like it. I like it. Okay, let's see about your person or situation. The Two of Wands. Like I said, this looks like a crossroads. Somebody's got to make a decision here. What is the decision going to be? Uh-oh, they're letting go of something. I don't think it has anything to do with money. I think it has something to do with letting go or releasing something on that order. It could be they're losing money with times like they are now. So if this is your person, it could be that, or it could be your business. Because like I said, this doesn't have to be lovers. It is, but it also can be partnership. Let's clarify one more time. The Seven of Pentacles. Now this talks about somebody that's been monkeying around too long. They're wasting time. They need to go ahead and harvest. In other words, if it's an investment that someone had at a place of work, now's the time to take it out now. Because the market might crash again pretty quick and then you'll lose most of it. It looks like you've already lost some of it with the one on the ground. So, in other words, don't procrastinate. Get going now. Harvest. Go take your bounty. It could be other things as well. It could be goals that you've set, and now it's time to start reaching each of those goals. Especially if you've come through a crossroads where it's retirement time, or not even retirement time. Maybe you're just walking away from something that's been burdensome, and now's the time for you to start working on your other goals. Instead of working a job for paying somebody else money, you can just do your own thing. That sounds better. Let's clarify the Two of Cups. Somebody from your past. Could this be a soulmate connection? Because with the nostalgia and the Lovers or Two of Cups, that usually indicates some kind of sacred union. And the Page of Cups. Someone wants to make an offer. It could be your person wanting to make an offer to you, Cancer. But you may reject it because you're not ready to receive it and you've got other plans. You want to take a leap of faith and move. Maybe this person is not even aware of it. Or maybe you guys must not be together. I'm guessing. Because if this is a new love, this person may not know what you're up to. Alright, let's go ahead and clarify the Nine of Wands. The Page of Swords. Somebody's been really paying attention to their inner self to make sure that they're clearing out and cutting out all the unnecessary baggage that's been weighing this person down. There's things in our psyche that we can't even sometimes remember, and it blocks us and we don't even know it. It's difficult, but you can use YouTube to look at videos and stuff. Now this talks about the Chariot in reverse. That's a Cancer card. That's you. But for your person, it looks to me like they have made a different decision here too. They've decided not to go forward in this connection. Somebody's wanting to go in a different path, the same as here. Are you two separating? But yet somebody wants to offer a token. Now this Page of Cups, this cup of love is like a, to me, it's like a small token of love. It could be even like a, you know, a goodbye kind of, I love you, goodbye, here's, you know, a cup. It can be something that small, because this is not somebody that's serious. It's not a serious type of love. It could just be an apology, or just a fun little, you know, good luck to you and wish me the best, that kind of thing. Yeah, I don't feel like this is a connection. The only cups that are here are filled with everything but water, which is the emotions of love. And it could be this was two people that work together. You know, somebody that's coming to a crossroads might be leaving somebody from here. That's interesting. Let's clarify the Page of Pentacles over here too and see what he's out for us. Because we had him. No, we didn't. Alright. Page of Pentacles. The King of Swords. King of Swords in the upright. Now this is somebody that has authority. This could be a boss, it could be an attorney, it could be, or it could just be the King of Swords, who is very blunt and talks and doesn't tippy-toe around people, just speaks what needs to be said and it's done. And it also can indicate that there's something that's being cut out. Maybe there was a new offer made here and someone's decided that no, they're not going to accept it. Because it could be the Page of Pentacles talks about a new beginning in a job, some kind of work, or it could be a gift. In this case, I'm betting it's more like a offer. Yeah. And one more card for that one. And then we have the Crossroads again, except this time it's in reverse, which means there's going to be some kind of delays. Some kind of delay. Or it could be that whatever plans were made, maybe they're not going to happen. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and do the 4-card outcome and see what we can discover from that. Okay. The first row is the Knight of Pentacles. This is somebody that is very slow and methodical. They pay strict attention to details. Usually they have a plan in their back pocket. They know how much money they have, they know what they can afford to spend and what they need to save. Could be making a purchase of some kind of property. And then we have the Magician in reverse. This sounds like somebody that doesn't know how to manifest. Or it could be something that somebody was, it also represents some type of trickery where somebody's trying to manifest something that's not really legit in a sense. Excuse me. Their energy might be scattered. Unfulfilled potential. That could be you, Cancer. Unfulfilled, because this person looks content. And then for this row here, I'm going to put it up here. It's the Queen, I mean, the Empress. The Empress in reverse. Oh my goodness. Now, this woman can be hellacious, to say the least. She depends on others. She's not able to help herself. There could be fertility issues and limited resources. So she's not very supportive in any kind of, well, somebody could be leaving because of her. Could that be you, Cancer, leaving an Empress? I don't know how she fits in. But that energy is definitely somebody that's dependent on others. They're not able to do their own thing. They probably stay at home. They don't work outside of the home or something on that order. And then the last card. Oh, the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups in reverse talks about somebody that's moody, unrealistic expectations, dreamer, nothing substantial. Well, let's clarify. I already did. There's something about an indecision. It says, I use my intuition in all aspects of my life. Yeah, it sounds like there was a possible trying to reconnect here, and it didn't work out with the Magician in reverse. Whatever somebody wanted to manifest, it's not going to happen. And that's divine. That's the divine making that decision. I don't feel like it was trickery. I don't see anything here that lets me believe that. Well, that's what I have for you, Cancer. I hope this helps you. And then also on the bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Pentacles. Somebody's wanting to get to work on detail. Something that can make good money. Because somebody has to be trained in order to do that type of work, detailed work. So anyway, that's what I have for you. I hope this helps, and I will see you in a couple of weeks. Until I see you again, namaste.